Hey, so I just wanted to make a quick video about Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos. So, yeah, so I'm playing this. I'm going to make this a two-part video. First, I'm going to talk about this map that's supposedly pretty hard. And then, second, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on Warcraft 3 because I probably won't make many other videos on this game, but I'm playing through it. So, I just want to give an overview. But this map, I was watching some other YouTube video. Hold on. Yeah, so I was watching some other YouTube video about this map, and yeah, they basically did not. I don't know. I didn't really like their strategy, so did a bunch of researching online, and I found out that you can sort of do this sort of cheese strategy where when the game starts, and I'll go through my saves here. So when the game starts, you send some workers down here, and you sell a lot of Arthas's items if you have them, and then you also pick up uh, Goblin landmines, and then you probably want two sets. So also you should be investing in Research Web and Crypt Fiends, and you should be upgrading the Crypt Fiends if possible. And the first attack will come here. You want to build a couple of these Necropolises and have them eventually get upgraded to Halls of the Dead. But for the start, you can just use your initial army to defend. So I could send my initial army up here, and they'll take care of those. So after that, so with these four mines, let me just run through my saves. I made quite a few. This might not be most polished. So yeah, so this is where I'm picking up a bunch of mines, and also have some tanky items. So I increase the hit points by 150. Increase attack speed. That's not that worth it. The mana capacity, that's also helpful, potentially. At least I'm using it. And then you can also see the timer in the top right. So we're trying to count down until it's 0. Uh, so then I just kind of approach the enemy base. I do a strategy where I simply run up, plant 4 mines as quickly as I can, and then try to attack the mines. I think I might have only planted 2. And then you can resurrect and fully heal yourself pretty much. Um, and then you simply start attacking. And when you're dropping low, you just heal yourself again. And I think I messed this up because I probably could have grouped these snipers, so I'm not taking so much sniper damage. Simply kill those guys when you can, and you might have to save a few times, but you can kind of see the general strategy. Um, like I had no HP. But yeah, if I got rid of these snipers, actually, I might just barely manage to. Yeah, so I didn't barely manage to kill it, but anyway, you can see that strategy. Maybe refine it with some save states. But that was the first try, and I didn't really even try that hard. And you can probably not let Arthas die, and all of their workers actually died without me doing much. So then let's see here. So that's 25 minutes. So then I'm working towards the bottom right base. So I kind of wait a little while. I built up my army. They give you 3 of these. You can see the damage I dealt. So once their workers are gone and they have no more town hall, they can't rebuild anything. They essentially stop their resources. I mean, somehow they're still sending units, I guess, with the resources they have, but it's not nearly as many resources or much units. Anyway, then you can keep building Crypt Fiends, try to defend your base from attacks, and maybe make a couple meat wagons. I'm not quite sure. Might be helpful, but mostly just Crypt Fiends, I think. And then they also give you 3 Hellhounds, which these things are pretty good because they have 750 HP. I didn't know they have this ability. I never used that. Then I just slowly make my way down to the bottom right base. I think I save right before I'm about to try to take it. This is probably me just defending. And it's pretty much the same strategy with the bottom right base, except I think you bring an army because there's just simply too many units to really deal with that base. So this is just, I think that's just me. I think I waited a little while. I wasn't paying attention to the timer, but yeah, we're at 18 minutes. I think I'm just clearing a bunch of waves, but eventually I do make down my way to the second base. Just try to build up a fairly substantial army, and then I save right before I get to the second base. So when I'm actually at the second base, I think I just try to queue up some mines and then start attacking the mines. It's kind of hard to click on them. Actually kill their enemy hero. And then simply start attacking the stuff. And then when these hellhounds die, if they die, you simply like resurrect them. You just try to get everything to attack this. I'm surprised I actually got a meat wagon again in here. Send all your Nerubians or Crypt Fiends, whatever they're called. Try to kill these workers when you see them. Resurrect some stuff. Everything attacks. Actually, it's pretty simple to clear this thing. And just make sure you kill these workers. I think that's no more workers. And then after you do this, you sort of just take your army and leave. And you know you're successful when they give you more hellhounds. I think that they somehow know that you've killed the enemy. And this is the other enemies forced from the top left base. They're pretty weak. Which save was I on here? And then from there, you kill 2 bases. The last base is actually really difficult to penetrate. It's a one to the north. I didn't bother with that. I just sort of built more stuff up here. Even just this. I think I eventually make some black citadels. I have 11 minutes left. I think I also built some black citadels here, but I pretty much just try to get some more Crypt Fiends after that fight down in the right base. Then let's see. So then just try to build a substantial base, and you pretty much just wait for the end. Kill anything that's trying to attack you. They also give you these infernals, which are really, really good because you can heal them with Arthas, and they pretty much get to full health. And these guys plus these guys plus these guys, I don't even think I use these meat wagons. Everything attacks these meat wagons, and they have like no armor, so I don't use them too much. But yeah, you pretty much just keep making Crypt Fiends. You can see here I made like more Halls of the Dead. I have a bunch of acolytes to just kind of work on stuff. And then you just wait for this timer to hit 0. And the last waves, if you don't clear these bases, you're going to hit by 3 big waves all at once. But because all I have to do is worry about the north base, I actually end up killing the north base's wave. And the other waves can't even get past my defenses here, even though I don't have that many, just a couple Halls of the Dead. And then should easily be able to wait till 0. Yeah, so that's pretty much my strategy. Now I'm gonna move on to the second segment of this video, and and yeah, just kind of chat briefly about some things with this game specifically because I love this game. It is 2026 right now, but I remember I used to play this game pretty much Dota. Like my friends wanted me to play Dota with them, and a pretty typical story. Played a lot of Dota with my friends, but I remember playing specifically with the Warcraft 3 one quite a bit, and I just wanted to get competent at Dota so I could play with a lot of my friends because I had two groups of friends who were playing Dota. So that easily influenced me to get the game, and it was really fun having just meeting up with friends in real life and talking about the game a little bit. And I always like remember I was a noob, and we played like Ultimate Frisbee at one of my friend's house, and we also land, and we pretty much played like Dota, and it was just so much fun. And anyway, I think I was like 19 or something when all that happened. And then fast forward, I'm in college and I'm studying computer science. And in college, I was, studying computer science, and I had this like desk job. I remember the first like day I was trying to look for a job on campus, so I could help pay for my tuition. And I remember I was about to do like bus driving, but I called like just the main hotline. I'm like, is there anything that's like computer related where I could just sit down on a computer? And she's like, oh yeah, you could try the computer labs. So I like immediately called them and just like asked if I could have that job, and I got it pretty much. And this game was like pretty much the main game I was playing. I was just playing like Dota in between like trying to help people. Pretty much only like downtime, I think. And I was also doing things like writing to Ice Frog. I was also playing a lot of Pokemon like Red, Blue, and Green on emulators. And I got really good at Dota. But eventually, Heroes of New Earth came out. I switched to that, and and yeah, I just also remember though that it was just a lot of fun. Like it's so much fun. And this game specifically, like I remember like very well. Um, just having a blast with this game. And this just the like saturation of the characters and stuff is so good. Or the saturation of like the graphics and stuff. And it's just like so memorable to me that I don't know, I just have a really good time with it. But but yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the game. Also, you can see here, like, I don't know if it's actually a problem, but yeah, they're just stuck trying to deal with all this stuff. And yeah, 16 seconds left, so you can clearly see like they're not gonna take this guy. And I think you could, even if they attacked him, I could heal him with a death coil. Let's see if that actually happens. Oh, they're gonna get distracted by me. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about this game. This game is just so memorable, and I had a very good time with this game. And they pretty much don't play, or they don't make games this good anymore. Because most of the games nowadays, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I remember that because this game is like so old, it runs on like pretty much every computer really well. Of course, this is like 2026, and I have an Alienware like laptop from 2020. It was made in 2020, M15R3, and this laptop just owns this game in terms of running it. But even back then, on my crappy laptop, I think it was like a $200 laptop I paid for at the time, and this was like 2015 ish, 2014. Uh, I was running this game on that laptop, and I had a lot of nice, memorable experiences being in the computer labs, just playing this game. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. and it was a really awesome way to just pass the time. So yeah, Warcraft 3 might. I don't think I really considered it being like one of my top favorite games of all time, but I could definitely see that. Like, if you look at this artwork and stuff, it's like this is from an era of Blizzard where everything was just amazing. This is also before World of Warcraft, but it's also not like so bad where it's like that 2D kind of Warcraft RTS stuff. This is like their first jump into 3D. And even for being for the first jump, you can see it's like kind of dated with the graphics, but it's also still kind of timeless because everything's so oversaturated and it has its own like charm to the way it looks. And of course, like the dialogue and stuff from the characters is so top tier because everything's like funny. There's like Easter eggs. And this is also like Blizzard when it wasn't taking itself like ultra serious, but it's also like trying new things. And like the story was good, but I'm pretty sure Blizzard after this, and especially like late into World of Warcraft, it got pretty much just got a lot of the original people who made the game just kind of left. So everything started getting too politically correct, and they just started Disneyfying it, and a bunch of women probably work for them now. And I remember I saw, or like you just watch other YouTube videos, and it's like some of the women that are working at Blizzard, they say something like, it sounds so absurd. I remember I heard one lady say, and this is probably a well taken care of lady in this company. She's like, I wish we didn't call it Warcraft because that sounds so intimidating. It's like, it's literally Warcraft. This is the IP. This is why you have your job. And it's just funny to see. It's also kind of sad, but it's funny to see this stuff because that it's not that sad. I don't think because I think there would be competitors, but I don't know, man. I just kind of wish games ran flawlessly again. Like now, when a new game comes out, it runs so poorly. Like I was playing the other day was that Baldur's Gate 3, and it's just running so poorly. It runs. I get decent FPS, but man, that game runs poorly. But anyway, I just wanted to end it here. Yeah, thanks for watching my video. It's good to play some Warcraft 3. I'm playing the campaign on hard mode. So I'm gonna make some more Warcraft 3 videos since I love this game so much. And I actually don't know if I got this game for free, but I did have the CD key. So I did pay for this game way back in the day, but it's still nice that the game's free or I still have the CD key. And it gave it to me on my account. I'm not sure. But yeah, I completed 2 of these books. So just 3 left. And I like the layout. They've updated the layout and stuff. Probably changed some of the gameplay a little bit, but it still pretty much feels 99% the same, at least from what I remember. And I don't even know if you could play multiplayer. Probably can, which is insane. But yeah, yeah, I just remember playing a little bit of it. I never really played the campaign. I'm pretty much got into the custom games and played a lot of Dota. Oh my god, you could still play the old Dota. That's insane. That is crazy. Wow. Maybe I'll ask my friends to play sometime. But yeah, this is also like a version of Dota that probably just kind of takes itself less seriously. 6.78C. I wonder if Ice Rog still works on this version of Dota because I remember when I was in college and Dota 2 was coming out, he said that like most of the changes in Dota 2 will also happen in Dota 1. And I think they were like, in terms of gameplay, they were like both the same, at least for a while. But I'm sure that changed at some point because Dota 2 just got so big. And but it's just cool because it reminds me of why I got into Dota 2 because Dota 2 really sucked up a lot of my time and I kind of at some point lost the love for the game and I forgot why I played it. But seeing it from the perspective of Dota 1 or World of War or Warcraft 3, that it brings me back to like fond memories when people weren't taking the game so seriously. And like Dota 2 is like such a competitive game and it's like kind of soulless. But with Dota 1, you kind of know everybody. It was just like a bunch of dudes like who are friends who are just trying to hang out and have some fun playing a custom game, like not taking it so seriously. And it's pretty much always a good time. And of course Dota's still like a fun game, but I feel like a lot of the charm of Dota 2 is gone. And also like the colors and the artworks, they suck compared to this game. I'd rather literally play this game with all the characters and dialogue and stuff. I pretty much just played Dota 1 with like maybe Dota 2's gameplay design. Because I don't even remember Dota 1. Like if they made an original, like a, I think League of Legends made a like classic version of League. If Dota 2 made like a classic Warcraft, I guess they can't because it's like not their IP for this engine. But that'd be amazing, or that'd be such a cool experience. But imagine if like Blizzard wasn't run by run by a bunch of women and then they actually talked to Valve and like made like Dota 1 classic remake or something. That would be so cool. But yeah, it probably won't happen. Like I'm just thinking of some of the character designs. Like Legion Commander is now like some feminist woman. Winter Wyvern went from a cool looking dragon to like this kind of like effeminate dragon, which isn't so bad. That one's not too bad. But then also like some of the artwork on like Tide Hunters kind of weird. I'm trying to think here. Like Visage. Yeah, even like some of the newer Dota here characters, just like a frog. It just looks kind of weird. Uh, but yeah, I also forgot that like the Dota heroes themselves are just based off of Warcraft 3 units. And I don't know, there's something appealing about the fact that Ice Frog was trying to just work, or Guinzo or whatever, all those people who worked on the original Dota. They're just trying to make something. It was just a custom game, and it just the free market loved it, or the gamers loved it. It became a phenomenon. But also, all this happened in like Dota was made, I think, in like the year 2002, and then people started really playing Dota in like 2006 and beyond. So I was in college all the way up until 2014. So from 2006 to 2014, that's like only and I wasn't even playing it in 2006. I think I was playing in like maybe 2008. So from 8 to like 12, it was only like 4 years of playing this game. But then, Heroes of New Earth, Dota 2 comes out, I think 2012. And then I pretty much just played Dota 2 for like at least 7 years. Yeah, because I was on the leaderboard in 2019. But, and then I haven't been playing Dota literally since 7 years. Time flies because it's 2026 now. So if I stopped in 2019, that's 2020, I guess just 6 years. But still, that's like, I thought I'd been playing Dota forever. So now that I'm not playing it, it's just weird to me. Like I literally hit the leaderboards on Dota, and yeah, it's just interesting. It's just very interesting how time is moving. I just feel like I've been playing Dota most of my life, but now it's just like 2/3 of it, like half of my life, I guess. Uh, and it's always been a game in the background. I probably would never play Dota though if Smash Melee had it online, and I would just play Smash Melee online, and that's honestly more fun to me. But even though Smash Melee is online, I still kind of miss playing a game made by the developers, and you just kind of use the software that the developers intend you to use. You're not using like these third-party things, or like the developers of Melee like obviously left, or or at least the phenomenon that Super Smash Bros. Melee is. I just don't really care about it. But it's just fun to play something that's like just like the experience that it's supposed to be, you know? Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about Warcraft 3. But yeah, this game's awesome. Probably should be one of my top 3 games of all time, alongside like Pokemon Blue and maybe and maybe Witcher something, like Witcher 2 or something. I'm not quite sure. What guys put? Oh, it was Link to the Past, probably. Yeah. I don't know. If I check my game list, I'll probably have a ton. Anyway, this has been really fun to play Warcraft 3, and I'm looking forward to finishing those books. And I might even play a game of Dota 1, see if that's possible. But it looked like a bunch of those servers were US or EU. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say.